Oh, yeah. Today we're talking recurring revenue, aka continuity income as a one person business. When your 40s and over, we're doing it the right way. And we're talking, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking print. Here we go, print and profit. And as always, this is Ryan. I'm basing all of the stuff I teach here on things I've been doing and building one person's businesses since the late 90s. And I do this in one take, no edits, no B-roll, no asking you to smash like buttons like an annoying teenager, although you can press it like and subscribe if you'd like. That'd be cool. But we are diving in and we're talking print. We're going old school. Oh, yeah, we are going old school. Check this out. Come up with a term. I don't know if I made this up, but it sounds like I did. So I'll take credit for it. And I wrote this in an email about 2 days ago. This idea of printability. And is your product or program printable? Does it have the ability for people to take it on the go? Things have changed over the years. There's no question it's changed, especially in the world of recurring revenue. Now I gotta let me zone in here. Let me share with you what is so important about recurring revenue. There are two things you need for a recurring revenue program, and the letters are KT and GT. Right? The GT is get them, which is attracting new people, people finding out about you, whatever that is, whatever your marketing channel is. Maybe it's YouTube or maybe it's Instagram or LinkedIn, whatever it is, right? Getting them in and getting them to convert and subscribe and say, you know what, this looks like a cool program. I'm in. The KT is just as important because it keeps them. It's your retention. It's reducing churn. And these recurring revenue, these continuity programs have gotten a bad rap lately because most people are not very good at keeping them. They were charging, especially in the advice space. Of course, it has to end in a seven, right? God forbid it doesn't have end in a seven, but they were charging, 47, 77, 97 for a Zoom call, right? Or pressing on the gas and trying to overwhelm you with just an insane amount of content you could never finish. And it felt overwhelming. But we're shifting back to print. And I'm seeing it because I'll share with you. I want to share this things that I've done in the past and mistakes I've made, some things that worked, some that didn't, and where it's going. Because I just did a video about this recently, but I want to go a little bit deeper today. I was all in with the Netflix of. I was the first guy to create the Netflix for online marketers. Now, other people copied me right after that. That's cool. But mine was modeled after Netflix. And the idea was I'm going to just blow you away with content. Every day I was adding new training videos. And it was cool. And this is what it looked like on the inside. Like people were like, oh my God, this is so cool. Until they felt a little overwhelmed, and that's why they would cancel. And whenever someone would cancel, I'd say, "Oh, that's cool, not for you. I get it." Can I ask you why? I don't. I'm gonna make up a number because I don't remember the exact stats, but it was well over 90% said it's just too much, or I can't keep up, or I'm like 9 videos behind. And I didn't do a great job of having an entry path. I didn't do a great job of saying you don't have to go through everything. So a lot of it was my fault on the inside. And that's why I share with you like this stuff in real time. Like there's no edits. I just talk to you and I say I'm not perfect. Like I've had a lot of wins over the years since the late 90s online, and I've had some losses and things that I've seen that work and things I would change now. I would change this. Can this work today? Yes, but, and that's the big but, it would have to be different. And I would really lean more towards this kind of PDF print to go, leaning into the file, the print files over video. Now, some of this depends on what your business model looks like. So if we take a step back for a second and think, okay, this is a recurring revenue program, and let's say you're doing it at a more affordable rate. And that's going to depend on your market. But in most advice space markets, whether it's health and fitness or digital marketing or passion based plays, it's usually going to be around $10 to $30 a month. So like at the higher end of that, it's like a dollar a day, which is for most people affordable. Now, if you're looking at that price, saying, okay, well, I want to have a six-figure business, or I want to get to 1K per day. How many members do I need? And then you start doing the numbers. And you're like, okay, well, $30 a month. I need about, about 300 members to get to 9,000 a month, which is a six-figure business. So you start doing the math. And is this though, and here's the question, would this program be your entire business, meaning 100% of your income is this recurring revenue program, or is this one of a product line? Do you have courses? Do you have coaching? Do you have what I call these micro cohorts, open close programs? Do you have courses that run all the time? Do you have books? Do you have ebooks? Do you have micro books? Do you have live events, online events? There's a lot of other products and programs you could have. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But if you do, then maybe you lower the price potentially of the membership and it's just a recurring revenue, but it's not your main source of income. But if it's your main source of income, then you have to start looking at what the pricing looks like. So we deliver it now in terms of like price, value, and convenience, right? Thinking about how can I deliver something that is printable, because we're entering this new phase of people are overwhelmed. There's a lot of competition. There's AI. You can't ignore it, right? It's unignorable now. And we are getting back to analog. Yes, Ryan, no, we're not. Yes, we are. And let me show you. Look at this. I found this online, these kids, and I'm a huge record collector. I've been collecting records again for about 7-8 years. You can see behind me, I have records, I have tapes. I love analog. But it's not just, Gen X like me or people 40, 50, 60 and up. Kids and teens are buying it. And you could see this is vinyl record sales. So back in like 2005, it was pretty much dead, right? It used to be the dominant. Then it was pretty much dead. In 2005, they're like, okay, we got like Napster, we got all this online stuff. No one's buying records anymore. But look what's happening, right? Look what's happening. It's growing and growing and growing. And as of even just 2 years ago, it was over $1 billion. I think it's 1.4, 1.6 billion today in sales. This is happening. We're looking to disconnect and we want to get back to print. And I'm looking at some things like it's funny, I was going through some of my files. I have binders filled with newsletters that I've printed out that I read. And these are old school. This newsletter, but buddy, Joel, this was back in 2008. This was a newsletter I used to get. This was an actual print one that he would send in the mail. My buddy Brian Kurtz for years and years ran Bottom Line. So they have Bottom Line Personal. And they still have like hundreds of thousands of members. Bottom Line Personal, Bottom Line Health. My buddy Ben still does this email player. So there are examples of not just people sending things print in the mail, but also PDF files, right? But there is something comforting about being able to print it and sit and read. There is, I don't know about you, but I love disconnecting and getting offline, and especially at night in bed and just reading one of these and highlighting it and just absorbing it versus being on my screen. It's also not good for you to be on your screen all the time. But this isn't just me and me forcing my will upon the market. It's the market speaking. And I know they're speaking because I've seen it, right? These were programs that I've had. Some of these I sent in the mail. Some of these were delivered digitally. So Recurring Revenue and Millionaire Workout Insider were sent in the mail. Then one went digital. Then my workout one was digital. My Uncluttered Millionaire was digital. So those were PDF files that people could print out. The other ones were actually shipped. And one of them, the Recurring Revenue Report, was actually shipped with an audio CD. Yeah, remember those? It's funny, when I was looking to do my first product, I was actually contemplating, this was like 99. I was like, okay, I'm going to do products. There wasn't really online video back then. And I was deciding between, do I sell it as an audio CD or a cassette tape? That was the big decision I had to make, and I was looking at CD burners and cassette duplicators. I went CD. But things have changed. People still do like some print stuff, but if you're not mailing it in the physical US mail, and there is something special about receiving it, then at least as a PDF file, people could print it. And my market now is older. Like I'm catering to my fellow people. Like I'm just about 52. I look at my YouTube stats, and overwhelming majority of my market is between 55 and 60. It's like 80%. So we like print. But again, even if you're going to younger markets, people are coming back to analog. I see it happening all the time. And it's a good thing. And every market, every possible market has the ability to create digital PDF type membership programs that are good value, that people are actually going to consume. And just as important, well, the most important thing is helping them, right? Giving good stuff, not just throwing to get together a bunch of crap and saying, "Oh, it's a PDF file." Like that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about delivering good stuff, and there's strategic ways to do that, to deliver value where they like it, they implement it, and they stick around for a long, long time. One of my buddies had a membership where he had a PDF thing, 26,000 members, and they stuck around for almost a year, which is unheard of. So every market it could work for. It really can work for every market. And I've showed you I am doing this now in my business. I've come back. I used to have PDF, right? I showed you that before. Like these were some of my big programs. The recurring revenue report. I had 2,200 members at 97 a month. And I blew it because I got distracted. Stupid mistake. Don't get distracted. Stick with one thing. That was my big mistake. But I did that, right? And I should have stuck with it, but then I got distracted. Oh, I'm Ryan Lee. I could do anything. And then I created this monstrosity, which worked, but it was 100 times the amount of work, and it was actually less profitable at the end of the day, which is crazy. So now, fast forwarding, but here I am back at PDFs, and it's growing like crazy because people love it. They're sticking around. Almost no one is canceling. And it's really easy to create and it's easy to consume. It's a high conversion rate. People love it. And it's all PDF based stuff. These, what I'm calling these little tiny printable guides. And I'm just excited about this. I love sharing this. I like coming here on YouTube and sharing these ideas that are coming to me and these concepts based on things I've done that had a track record for a few decades, seeing the shift, right? Because when you're in a market for a long time, you can see this runway. You could see what's happening. I could see the trends. I've been building businesses through a few recessions now, and I see where things are going. And I saw it was like there was physical stuff I'd mail and then print, and then it kind of went all digital, and everything was digital. And now it's coming back to this kind of print and go, easy to consume, light programs. So I love coming on here and just sharing this stuff with you, and hopefully it can help you. If you want more, I call my daily-ish email where I get really deep into this stuff. I also have a new program coming where I'm going to do a whole live cohort training all about this. If you want to create these PDF-based light memberships and recurring revenue subscriptions, I think you're going to dig it. Just write recurring below to get info. And as always, if you like this, you want to see more of my annoying face and accent, just click like and subscribe. I'm going to pop up on your feed. I'm going to haunt you on YouTube just by clicking like and subscribe. And of course, join me on the next video because, my friend, we are just getting warmed up. Print and profit, baby. See you on the next one.